Yeah, Brandon, I'll totally fly out and hang out with you tomorrow.
Oh,
Totally.
good. I'm so excited to see you tomorrow.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
I hope you don't have
Oh,
a layover in Baltimore.
hello, urinating tree. Oh, you want to hang out instead? Okay, yeah. Oh, baby. We here.
Oh, am I supposed to steer when you're ditching me for a tree?
Well, you cut me off on the intro, so like I didn't actually make. Like, you don't know if I made plans to go see Tree instead of you.
Well, you were alluding to it.
Yeah, and that is what's happening.
You son of a bitch.
Get you in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is a J S brought to you by
Viagra's.
You
Plural.
Need to Hang a Coat.
Get it up.
There you go. Folks, welcome to a Monday edition. We actually have some football news, like some real news to talk about, which means that this episode is probably not going to be as good as it was on Friday, because Friday we had no NFL news to talk about, and it was an all-timer. It was. That really was a great episode. I had people reaching out to me. They're like, you know what, Tom? That was a great episode. That was good.
I had people saying, shut up, idiot.
You just had like the grocery store, or?
Yeah. I was like, look at this episode of GPS. Like, did you check your eggs? I'm like, watch it.
Oh, speaking of eggs, how was your Easter yesterday? Was there an egg hunt, and who won?
Carmi won the egg hunt because she had no competition.
What about you?
I wasn't competing with my child.
Why not? You're built like a small, muscular child.
Yeah. So I save it for later when we were at the park and we were kicking a soccer ball around. I said, come on, steal this ball away from me, Carm. Steal it. And you get a Hershey kiss. Guess what? She didn't get no Hershey kiss.
Did you slide tackle her?
Oh, yeah.
Good. And then it's not like for Carmi. It's just more of just it teaches lessons and it keeps your body sharp. So also, the Brandon Perna curse continues into the offseason as this is a serious note, folks. Rachel got suspended from Twitter, and my entire Discord was blaming Brandon Perna. So he, as a Broncos fan, and Rachel, of course, being a Chiefs fan, creates all those logos, creates great coasters, amazing cookies, mugs, and guess what? Brandon Perna was like, you know what? I'm tired of those Chiefs being happy. I am gonna ban Rachel from Twitter. All right, I'm gonna ban her. So basically, Brandon, because he's on a first name basis with Elon Musk, just like fired off a DM to Elon and was like, "Hey, Elon, I'm pretty sure that Rachel is putting drugs in her cookies, fentanyl. She's putting them in there, and she's a drug kingpin. So you should suspend her off Twitter." And Elon was like, "Yeah, that's cool, but how did she vote?" And we didn't know. And she's like, "Well, that's enough for me." So that's what happened.
I actually said she did not specify that her account was a parody account, and I would like this banned immediately.
After all the logos that she made you for last season, the power ranking
Rachel,
ones.
incredibly talented, very talented, chill, cool. Still roots for those godforsaken Kansas City Chiefs. Every now and then, those Chiefs fans need to be banned from Twitter. If Elon could do one thing and just ban all Chiefs fans from the internet, just from the internet, like, oh, Chiefs fans who have Starlink, No more internet, motherfuckers. Gone. That's why I will never be as successful as Elon. The power, as soon as I got it, would be used for bad.
So what it seems like is that the next clickbait punishment needs to be you changing your Twitter to be a Chiefs fan account for a week. That sounds
no.
apropos. That's that you gotta like dress up, new profile picture, and just like talk about how much you love Patrick Mahomes. And I think this could go really well.
Why did Rachel get banned? What happened?
We don't. I think maybe might have gotten hacked by you, but yeah, right. It was because literally, like Rachel and I were talking about posters because I'm trying to get these posters printed, and I went to go respond to her, and it was like you can no longer receive any DMs. I was like, did Rachel block me? I was like, I don't know what I did, and then I realized her account was suspended. So, yeah,
correct.
Yeah. Accurate.
Well, I hope Rachel gets reinstated soon. What if we find out that Rachel just like secretly just talks mad shit to people on Twitter
about us or in general?
Just is roasting people, just saying the meanest things, and that's why she got banned.
Oh,
that'd be a plot twist, you know?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I get that. She's like, you know what? You could probably fit a small-sized plum in Tom's nostrils because they're so big. Got
Boom.
Roasted. Because you definitely fit an olive. You can definitely fit an olive because these are cavernous. They're pretty cavernous. So
yeah. I would never go after Rachel. Come on, guys. She made Jess a mug too. Jess braid. That's right. Calm those emotions, Tom.
Sorry, I got too emotional. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. Of course, the big story being one OBJ signing a 1-year up to $18 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens out of nowhere because he meets with and I was confused, not only because this was happening on the Lord's Day, but also because he met with the Cardinals, which everybody knew he wasn't signing with the Cardinals. I don't even know why he met with the Cardinals.
I didn't even know he met with the Cardinals, if I'm being honest.
He did. I think it was like on Friday. He like met with the Cardinals, and then it was big over the weekend. They were like, yup, Monday, OBJ going to meet with the Jets. And we're like, all right, well, here we go. Like this on Aaron Rodgers' checklist, likely going to sign there, going to go play with Rodgers, all these things. And then out of nowhere yesterday, nope, 1-year deal, signs with the Baltimore Ravens. And apparently the owner of the Baltimore Ravens was pretty hands-on, was shooting some texts, right? It was like, hey, why don't you come play for Baltimore? Kind of saying like, hey, I'm getting to be a little hands-on. It's so
weird. Yeah. I wonder if that owner's ever even talked to Lamar Jackson.
Probably not. Probably. Well, listen, we have a lot to talk about with that particular thing, but of course, the other thing that went viral yesterday, if that still happens, besides chlamydia, was the fact that you had OBJ FaceTiming with Lamar Jackson, and then it was on the Instagram and posted on the stories, and so maybe that's the way it was. The owner didn't even want to talk to Lamar Jackson, and was like, you know what? I'm just going to go around and do everything that I think will bring him back besides open communication. And it seems to be working.
Yeah. It's like a bad marriage where the couple just needs to talk to each other, but they like try everything else first.
Communicate through the therapist, communicate like through a best friend, or it's just like, please tell Lamar that I would love to have him back.
They're fighting. They're using their kids to bring the other one down.
Exactly. I mean, what were your initial thoughts with this? Because first of all, he got paid a lot of money, and that's the thing that's being said by Jets fans. They were like, oh, there's no way, because he's getting like a minimum of $15 million, and then there's another $3 million in incentives. And I know how you feel about OBJ.
Yeah, my first thought was, the Ravens overpaid for Odell. The Ravens, who couldn't find the money for Lamar Jackson, somehow are going to make OBJ the highest paid free agent wide receiver acquisition this offseason for one season, coming off an injury, who even if he's healthy is probably not a true number one receiver, although he might be a number one receiver for the Ravens. Just didn't make sense other than possibly Lamar wanting OBJ to be there. What I don't understand about Odell Beckham is it's like his popularity amongst other players carries more weight than what his production might be on the field. And it's not to knock OBJ because he was great. He was a truly elite player.
Sure.
But he has not been that guy for a while. And he's coming off his second ACL injury. But it's like he feels like the most popular player amongst other NFL players. And other NFL players just want to be around him. And credit to him for like being like, I want 20 million. And then to the public saying, hey, I never asked for 20 million. And then getting 18 million. That's awesome. But I don't know. Seems just like an overspend so you can overspend to keep Lamar. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is.
Well, so here's the because that was a great. So someone just super chatted and saying it was a signing bonus. A lot of it's gonna be converted to signing bonus, which is fine. It's gonna hurt like their cap next year. Like it's really not gonna be felt this year, but like in the future, it's gonna hurt. And I'm curious because I put this in the rundown. So right now, like your top wide receivers with the Baltimore Ravens, you have Bateman, you have Nelson Aguilar, who they wound up signing. You have Duvernay, who I really like him a lot, but as a wide receiver, I don't think he's been fully developed yet because they use a lot in special teams. And then you have OBJ, and it just seems that right away OBJ is likely to be your wide receiver one. Though Bateman maybe could step up because that was also some controversy this offseason, right? You had the Ravens GM basically saying, yeah, we just haven't been able to draft any good wide receivers. And Rashad Bateman's like,
I was hurt last year, dudes. I was hurt, and I was playing all right before I got hurt. This is how Rashad Bateman talks, man. He's like, yo, why'd I get hurt so hard so fast, man? It went from surfer to, oh, no, man, just you look at me, Diggly, I'm Jerry Jones. That's Rashad Bateman in a nutshell.
Was he also a main character in the Michael Bay movie Armageddon when they went to go drill an asteroid?
I don't remember that movie.
Oh, come on, man. That was like Deep Impact, Armageddon.
Yeah, I know. I purposely was like, this ain't for me.
It was like that one time when those two like Friends with Benefits movies came out, Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached came out like a couple months.
Yeah. That happened like every year. Tornado and Twister, and then there was like another one Tornado.
Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, then Dante's Peak with Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. No, like Bateman, I thought was going to have a breakout season last year, but he got hurt. So the Ravens are in this weird spot where it's like everybody's like they don't have any receivers, but they've got like decent receivers. They just haven't had, and Marquise Brown had a really good season. And then, they traded him obviously to the Cardinals, but it's like they're kind of like the Chiefs. There's all these guys, they can all be pretty good, but it's just going to depend on Lamar spreading the ball around and the offense being in sync. And that's kind of the one thing, if you're talking about the Ravens, we don't know is like, what's their offense going to look like without Greg Roman, with Todd Monken there?
Yes. Yes.
How's it going to be different next season? How do receivers fit into that mix? Will Lamar stay healthy? Is he actually going to come back? Because it's a really interesting situation.
Well, because they also, right, we talked about this last year, and Mark Andrews, who not last season, but the season before, was an absolute stud. It was a monster, and you're like, yeah, he's going to be the greatest.
So much better than Travis Kelce that season.
And then last year, you were hyping up, and you're like, yep, he's going to be like the best one ever. And then, that happened. So I think, but like he's basically a wide receiver, right? He's basically their wide receiver one. So the value for OBJ is there. I just think there's a lot riding on it, and it's a lot of money to throw at him for a 1-year deal and going like, okay, because do you think OBJ puts them over the top and now their offense is going to be amazing?
Fuck no.
But
hard F no.
But the bigger thing is Greg Roman not being there because we don't know what this offense is going to look like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, there we go. Jess loves those two movies.
Someone said Ants and A Bug's Life. Like we're doing it now.
Yeah.
We're doing it now. So I think in terms of,
and
their offense is just a big unknown right now.
Yeah.
Besides who their quarterback is going to be.
And behind Mark Andrews is Isaiah Likely, who's just another incredibly talented receiver. They've got playmakers. I think OBJ just basically knows that his time in the NFL is very limited. And if he was going to come back and play one more year, he wanted to get paid. Especially after, missing all of last season. And if he emerges and is like 1,000-yard receiver for the Ravens this year, he can get another deal.
Absolutely.
But he maxed out what he could make this year. Like no other team was going to pay him that. Like the only way I could see him getting that much money is if nobody signed him, and then preseason wide receiver one, like CeeDee Lamb gets hurt for the Cowboys, and they're like, here, like Jerry Jones didn't offer him that much money. Yeah, I don't think OBJ will suck, but I don't think he's like, even when he was with the Rams and he was playing very well, it was Cooper Kupp, and then OBJ is a nice number 2.
Yeah. Because he played well on, he played, like you said, that playoff run.
Anybody can recognize a nice number 2. It's Lamar Jackson.
Bam! Nailed it. Yes! Show over. We got it. Poop joke. Get him. But yes, I think if he's forced to be a wide receiver 1, that's where I'm going to have. Yeah. I'm going to be a little hesitant. But if they make Mark Andrews the feature guy, then followed up with Rashad Bateman, and then OBJ's in that weird blurred line of wide receiver 2, 3, I think definitely he can excel.
Yeah.
It's just to be a matter of his health and what that offense is going to look like, because they should still be a running football team, because that's how the Ravens have operated, right? When they have healthy running backs, which still waiting for that day, but J.K. Dobbins, Gus the Bus Edwards, they have a really good backfield, but it's just nobody can stay healthy.
Yeah. They should add Kareem Hunt, honestly.
Which the Browns don't. They were like, yeah, he's lost a step. He lost his speed. We're done. I think somebody could pick him up, though, and just be like, yeah, let's rock. Also, what the hell happened with Ezekiel Elliott?
Him and Kareem Hunt are just waiting.
That might be a post-draft thing, maybe?
Oh, 100%. It's my news episode for later.
Oh, there you go.
I see both Kareem Hunt and Ezekiel Elliott not being signed until after the draft.
Because we're on that mind meld.
Yeah, we are. But I mean, it's why? They're at the point where there's, a lot of decent backs in this draft, and teams are just gonna be like, we'll see who falls to us, where we can get a back if we can't, and then we need to go after 27-year-old Kareem Hunt or 27-year-old who will be 28-year-old Zeke Elliott for the season. Then we'll make a play.
Who
would you bet on? Let's say if they're given an opportunity to get the work, right? Zeke, Kareem Hunt, or OBJ? Who could have the most production out of those?
See, I don't think either of them should be. They shouldn't be wide receiver 1 or RB1.
No, I know, but let's just say they get.
They get that opportunity.
Their carries. Even if it is number 2 for Zeke and Kareem, but they're getting.
So, all right, because I can see Zeke being used as a TD vulture. I can see them just utilizing him on the goal line and just being there you go. They are behind a decent offensive line, just power your way in. He'll have a 500-yard season, but he could hit double-digit touchdowns. That. So
the Lions will sign him.
Yeah, right. So that could be if they got Swift and David Montgomery. But I think in terms of guy that could excel past that role, I'm leaning towards Kareem Hunt. Now, I'll be very honest. I didn't watch a ton of Browns games last year, but I think while he may have lost half a step, if that's what the team is saying, I still think he can play and he can go. Yeah. I also think that him being combined with Nick Chubb was good, but I thought every time that they just gave Kareem Hunt the ball, he did decently well.
Yeah, when Will and I talked to Derek Wolfe, he said Kareem Hunt is a nightmare to try and tackle. He said he's a punishing back. He's I'd rather. He said Derrick Henry's easier to tackle than Kareem Hunt. So
I think if you give him a shot, they like if the Eagles signed Kareem Hunt instead of Zeke, I think that would be they could do amazing things with him. But because they're built to run the football and they spread the ball around.
Hunt and Philly would be fun.
So, I'm just saying. So do you think that, so for you, does this adjust anything for the Ravens in terms of like where they're going to place? Because you have the Browns, who are a huge question mark this year. They still have a really good offensive line. They will still have a good run game because they have Nick Chubb. The defense should be solid, but we don't know about Deshaun Watson, right? So there's the Browns. Then you have the Steelers, young Kenny Pickett. Offensive line will hopefully be better, be tough. Their defense should still be solid, but we have to see how Kenny Pickett does. And then, of course, you have the Bengals, who have no secondary anymore, but they still have their offense.
Yeah. For me, you could argue that the Los Angeles Rams have not been the same since OBJ got hurt.
They won a Super Bowl after he got hurt.
Yeah, barely. Did they play as well after he left that game? No. And since that time, their whole organization is in a rebuild.
I don't think OBJ was blocking.
OBJ makes the Ravens a Super Bowl contender. No, this doesn't do anything for me, Tom. I think it makes them a little bit better in the passing game. A little bit. Everything depends on whether or not Lamar comes back to play, whether he's happy. You lost both of your safeties.
You see that position group? Go one back. Just go one back and tell me what happened there. You're just like, hey, what? I'm not an amputee. I still have both my legs. Where are your arms?
Yeah.
Where are they?
You got no safeties.
Tis but a flesh wound. Listen, grab that sword with your teeth and start swinging.
And I believe they have not re-signed Eli Apple yet, so you did lose a corner. Don't you come at us with false news.
But like the secondary didn't get better.
No.
it got worse. It's okay. You can address it in the draft. It's just like, this is okay.
They got Dax Hill.
Yeah, Dax Hill
Maybe
was there. Like, yeah,
good. We don't know yet. But like, here's the thing: like, Bengals fans will defend Eli Apple and how actually like he's really good. Nobody seems to give a shit that he hasn't re-signed yet, have they?
No, okay.
He was really good, but now we don't need him.
Listen, it's fine. You just go, you draft another safety, put him next to Dax Hill, and profit.
And it's fine. Like, look, maybe Dax Hill comes in and he's good for him, but when you lose your two starters, that's a big unknown.
Sure.
And losing two starters also makes your depth there shallow. If Dax gets hurt, then they're really screwed. But
COVID has screwed with my timeline so much. I literally, like, that feels like that was so long ago. OBJ's dad putting out a YouTube video of all the terrible throws, like, that happened.
Yeah.
And I feel like we just brushed over that and never like fully, we were like, oh yeah, this is dumb for like a week. And we laughed about it. And then he went to the Rams and then we moved on.
Man, I hope he didn't renew his subscription to his video editing software, because as soon as Lamar Jackson overthrows OBJ because Lamar is on the run, doesn't set his feet, it's going to be bad. It's going to be very bad.
Milwaukee Bucks #1.
As soon as OBJ realizes he's going to have to block 3 times as much as he's ever had to in his career,
I'm out. Dad, boot up the Windows 95. You're making a video again.
Anyway.
But yeah, Ravens, I think, are a solid like #2 team in the North still. But there's just a lot of unknowns. I still think the Bengals are going to be favorites to win that division, but
yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's every fan base.
Oh, you know what? Okay. Do you mind if I take the floor for a moment?
No, have
Thank
at
you.
it. It's half your show.
Aw. You
Some
just cut
say
me off.
more
You're like,
your show because your name is first, but I
it's alphabetical, Brandon, and it creates GPS. PGS. What are we doing there?
We're rated PGS. Parental guidance shit. We tricked you. Thought this show was safe for kids? Just kidding. It's not. All right. Take the floor. I said you could, and then I just started yapping.
That's fine. It's half your show. Or maybe it's more than half your show because your name is second, and first is the worst, and second is the best.
Ooh.
And you also have a hairy
just
chest.
First to lose, idiots.
Got him. Okay. Do you remember? I think we did this on Clickbait. I don't think we did this on GPS. I could be wrong, though. This was
Ranking
a while
the fan
ago.
Bases?
We ranked the fan bases.
Yeah.
That was on Clickbait, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Do you remember when I was very adamant in explaining how much the Jets suck? Like the fan base is like one of the. I was just like, nope.
Yeah, you were
bad.
all in on them.
They're bad. They're bad. Not everybody, but they're bad. As someone who lives in New York and brought his little brother to a game years ago and told my little brother who was like under the age of 10 to go F himself. Like, yeah, nice people.
Cool.
So I put out a tweet yesterday. Basically said, and it was legit. I was like, holy crap. Like, wasn't OBJ supposed to meet with the Jets on Monday?
Yeah.
And the amount of Jets fans that were just like, oh, you're still upset there about Aaron Rodgers, Tom? Oh, because we're getting him. You got to trash talk the Jets. I was like, what? I'm like, I'm not even trash talking. First of all, I don't think you really understand the depths of how much I don't care about Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. I don't care. Like, I am very grateful for his time there, but we need to both move on. Have a nice day. And I've said, I hope he does well in New York. But good God, now I'm starting to turn a little bit. I'm starting a little bit of a heel turn going, you know what? I hope the Jets continue to suffer. Just because their fan base has been insufferable. Because the amount of crap that the Green Bay Packers got when they didn't sign OBJ. Oh, their front office is terrible. They gave OBJ the vet minimum, even though he wanted to go to LA and he won a Super Bowl. If they had OBJ, they would have won the Super Bowl. Yeah, he was going to be able to block Nick Bosa, you freaking idiots. Anyway, all of that. And meanwhile, the Jets, they don't sign OBJ and not a peep because I thought Joe Douglas was a genius. You talk to some people and he's a genius, huge intellect, IQ, off the charts. And it's just, remain consistent. Just remain consistent. So, yeah, sorry. It's just, good God, folks. Like, let's just keep that energy, that Tyler, well, good friend of mine, tweeted that out. I was like, yep, this is a retweet right there. Right.
Yeah. No, that's the, that comes with the territory. Yeah.
I love this. I'm going to do the whole show monotone.
That's Twitter. Twitter is designed to never allow you to forget which football team you root for. You could be talking about anything else. And if somebody doesn't like what you said, like, I could be like, man, I went to the grocery store and they were all out of apples. Really sucks. And be like, yeah, because you're a Broncos fan, you bitch. What? Why don't you stick to talking about the Broncos, dick?
No, it's going to be like, wow, so what, the Bengals, they're not going to be good because they didn't sign Eli Apple? You're like, I'm talking about, like, Red Delicious. I'm talking
like, happy birthday, Mom. Bet that old crow's a Broncos fan, too, you ugly piece of shit.
That's why she's turning older, asshole.
Yeah.
That's valid, Brandon.
Happy Easter. I bet your eggs taste like Broncos ass, fuck boy. Come on, Twitter. You let me live my life. Not everything is about the Broncos. I know I talk about them, Red Delicious apples do suck, by the way.
They do. Red Delicious are absolute. Like, they named it this because they taste like garbage, and they're like, maybe more people will buy it if we put delicious in the name, but it is false advertising because they are trash. They are a trash tier apple. Be better than Red Delicious.
It's the overrated. They're the Dallas Cowboys of fruit.
Because they're the most popular, but the most mediocre.
Come back in May, guys, where we compare fruits and vegetables to every NFL team.
But you know what? Here, I'm on Twitter right now. LQ, you know why you like Red Delicious? Because you're a Lions fan and they never amount to anything, just like Red Delicious. There you go. I tweeted on YouTube.
You've grown accustomed to the taste of bland.
No, Charlie. No logic here. No, OBJ would have saved the defense. He would have blocked Nick Bosa. We wouldn't have had double-digit pressures both in the NFC Championship game against the Buccaneers and also for the 49ers, and 5 sacks each game. We wouldn't have had that if we signed OBJ, okay? All right? Just saying. But yeah, apples, pink ladies.
I would rather eat an avocado skin on than a Red Delicious apple. Where's Will Levis? I want to know what his thoughts on Red Delicious.
Oh, he probably loves that. That's actually why Josh McDaniels wants to draft him, because that's his only question. Josh McDaniels just asks every draft prospect, what's your favorite apple? And he's just waiting for some guy to say Red Delicious. And Will Levis said Red Delicious. So he's like, let's go. Let's go. Anyway.
Anywho.
So yeah, that was just
the Ravens front office seems like they love Red Delicious apples. Let's just put it that way.
That's valid. You know what? The Packers might too. Like the Packers front office, like Mark Murphy might enjoy a Red Delicious. I'm not saying he doesn't, but Honeycrisp, top notch. Pink Lady, top notch apples. By the way, just saying. Probably. Justin, it's a crazy time out here. Wait, what?
Yeah, that's been around for a little bit, but yeah. Just keep circulating the mayo in the coffee and eating the banana peel thing.
Fuji apples are good. Fuji apples are good.
Honeycrisp, Gala.
I think they're called Gala.
No, Gala.
I can't.
What are you scared? You scared to say gay, Tom? They're Gala apples. Accept them for who they are. Don't try to make them something they're not.
What?
Homophobe. You're a homophobe.
What?
Oh, now we started a new controversy. Is it Gala or Gala? You don't eat a Gala apple at the gala. You eat a Gala apple whenever you want. I got confirmation. It's Gala.
This now I have so many questions. So, all right, in that, you know what you started? Do you know what you started now, Brandon? Now we're going to start seeing bans on Gala apples. Do you see? Because in this country,
the state of Florida just banned Gala apples.
We can't read the books. We can't. I actually don't think I've ever eaten a pear. Maybe once.
What?
I feel like I've never eaten a pear.
Oh, do you get a ripe pear? Dude, a pear will put an apple to shame.
Again, blackberries are still like the go-to.
I don't think we can trust Kirsten's opinion on pronunciation.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I would never listen to a Red Delicious enthusiast on pronunciation. Ooh.
You know what? Maybe I've had some on a salad or something. Wow. Tomato, not tomato. This is fantastic.
No pears, Grossi.
Yeah, I don't think I've really I don't think I've ever eaten a raw pear.
Weird.
So
pears are pretty sick, dude.
You're welcome.
Oh, you ever fuck with the pear, bro? That shit is dope.
The thing is, I really thought we'd be on the rails today, and this is gone.
I know, we actually had news.
This is gone so well. You know what? No, now I need to look this up. How do you pronounce Gala apples. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna play it. Did you hear that? This. Ready? Gala.
Everybody knows they're Gala apples.
No, they're Gala. I just looked it up on the Googles, and Google.
Oh yeah, trust that.
They're the ones who give us our paychecks. Here, is it pronounced? That's the first question. Is it pronounced Gala or Gala? And there's a YouTube video. There's two ways. There's a UK British and a US American. All right, I swear, if the British people are the ones who said Gala, I'm gonna be like, you have to now talk like a British person forever. And I know how good you are with accents. Let's see. Gala. It's the UK British. Oh, but the American is Gala. Oh no, this is
You're the traitor. You're the Benedict Arnold. Lock him up.
Gaelic. It's Gaelic. Yeah. It's Gaelic. Wow. Oh, Gala. Wow. So now I'm Harry Potter.
I know they're Gala because my grandma and grandpa called them Gala. And they grew up on farms. So they would know.
You're
the me of today's episode.
I'm English.
How does it feel to have everyone question your intelligence for once?
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Welcome to being the dumb guy, Tom. Not so fun, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. Well, on to the next news.
Ooh.
Margaret Thatcher's still dead.
Can't. They're all sold out. You know, like, nobody talks about how the Boston Tea Party affected the sea life. What happened to all those fish high on caffeine, man?
Do you think a fish was just like, Gerald, you are not going to believe this shit. Like, I just ingested, and Gerald like swims on over and is like, what's up? And then nothing. It's Worcester. All right.
The fish were like, this has got to be the worst thing people could dump into the ocean. Oh boy, you guys did not see oil coming.
They didn't see that coming.
The oil.
They didn't see that one, honestly. Yeah. Oh man, like, do you think did it impact the population of the fish? Like, were they so high on caffeine that they then like reproduced more? Or were there more was there more like SUI accidents because they were swimming under the influence and now they're probably like swerving? How did they do in school? Did they pass their exams because they were able to study more, or did they crash hard afterwards?
I think they sided with the Brits. They're just
they're like, these guys got the tea.
It's like, this is incredible. Ooh, tea time for us fishy. Yeah, I'm the smart guy.
Are you making fun of my heritage? Because now, you know what? I have to do a 23andMe now because I think I'm 99% British now. From what we've learned today. Hey, this community's so great. I love this. I love this chat so much.
Yeah.
Because they not all. I really think we are just that easy to derail. Like, just on our own, just like having conversation. But the chat has recognized this, and they're like, I'm going to say something in the chat, and I know it's going to set one of them off, and we are not going to get back to the normal programming. And I respect that.
They push us. They push us off the rails.
100%. 100%.
They are the semi-truck sitting in the railroad crossing, just waiting to cause havoc off of these rails.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what? That's fair too. This is the normal programming. I clicked on the wrong one, but yeah, that was it. There you go, Kung Fu. Oh, nope, missed it again. That's the real question that we're not asking. In addition, we do have other news. Zach Ertz, he won the Masters yesterday.
That Ertz family, just so multi-sport talented.
I trust us transporting hazardous chemicals across the country.
100%. I do not.
Oh my God, fish oil. My God.
Ooh, yum.
Good
for the brain.
Gronk also says that he's happily retired. What would you do if Gronk came out of retirement to play with Russell Wilson?
Ooh.
He never
question Gronk's decision making.
That you'd just be like, "You okay, buddy? You all right?"
We don't need Gronk. We got Greg Dulcich.
The
next Gronk. I feel
sure.
like Gronk would come out of retirement and he would play opposite Travis Kelce.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be so awesome to see, though.
Yeah.
That would be.
He said he wanted to play with Joe Burrow, right? A couple years ago or some shit.
He did. Yeah. Yep.
That would be fun. I put in my draft needs episode tight end for the Bengals.
What'd you put for the Packers?
I said it was equal between tight end, edge, and receiver. I said, but the Packers won't take a receiver. And then I scrolled all the way down to the very bottom ranked receiver until late in the draft. I said, I think I went with tight end over edge because edge, a little more of a depth need right now versus, tight end. There's kind of a hole there.
There is. I have tight end as my number 2. Number 1 safety, because we're not re-signing Adrian Amos, and we have like 7 safeties, and like 1 is a starter, and that's Darnell Savage. So that's kind of a problem. So.
Yeah, but like, okay, Johnny, you could have given me that note, Johnny.
You know what the best part is, Johnny?
Oh, no, he didn't edit that video. I did.
You know what the best part is? Johnny edited my 5 draft needs video for the Packers too.
I went with my opinion, not what the experts
facts.
are saying. I said, this is what I think. I put the Draft Network's needs on the fucking screen for everyone. And I said, this is what experts think. I'm going to tell you what I think. You don't like it? It's right here. Still get people like, oh my God, how could you say that? It's 32 teams. Do you know how long that shit takes to like think about?
Yes.
Come on. I'm one man. Of course I'm going to get some stuff wrong. Cowboys. I said they need a corner still. Do you forget about Stephon Gilmore, you freaking moron? No, I did not. He's been healthy 1 out of the last 3 years, and he's old. Sure.
See,
don't draft one of the most important positions on defense. Don't do it, Dallas.
Caleb Williams for the win. Here's the best part, and this is why I love Brandon Perna so much, because you will never see another internet personality and or analyst or expert that are just YouTubers. You're never going to see another person be like, yeah, I'm going to get shit wrong. Like, I'm going to get it wrong because I'm a person. This is my opinion. Everyone's like, nope, I got to double down. I've never been wrong in my entire life. Oh, no. And if you disagree with me, you're the devil.
You're the devil.
You're just like, yeah, I'm going to get things wrong.
Guess what? Welcome to That's Good Sports, the only sports show where we get things wrong more than we get them right. That's the Perna promise every time. Hey. Well, like if you're talking about needs for a team in the draft, you could argue your point for anything. You could make up anything about any player at any position.
Kicker, punter.
Sure, they do have 3 Pro Bowl wide receivers, but
they don't have 4.
They don't have 4. And this guy, he's probably not going to be. There is some mumblings, whispers that his knee's not right. I couldn't hear you.
I was whispering.
Oh.
I was just whispering nonsense because those were the whispers you were hearing about his knee. Are you a dog?
Just trying to get the taste of Red Delicious out of my mouth.
I haven't had one since 1997.
You know, Red Delicious, those PR people naming that apple, smart. Let's put delicious in the name so people think it's good.
You know, and who did that, Brandon? Don Draper. He's the only reason why Red Delicious are even marketed.
Let's call it Red Delicious. And
oh, that's a nice John Hamm signed picture. Where'd you get that from, Brandon?
Yeah, Will got it for me for my birthday.
You're such an asshole. You're such an you know what? Fine.
Will actually does a pretty good Don Draper impression, but
what does he just go? He's like, I'm a womanizer and I smoke. That's what you need to do to be a good Don Draper impressionist.
Yeah, but I think he actually thinks he cares for women. In his head.
So there you go. That's it. What's OBJ thinking? He has a Super Bowl ring. Yeah. And as Brandon Perna correctly said earlier in the show, he wants money because there's only so many contracts that he is going to get. So he's just got to get it right now. And because he's got the ring, because you'll see people later in their career, they're going to go ring chasing. Yeah. He's going bag chasing, and he caught it. He caught it.
I don't even think he thought the Ravens were going to offer him that much money. He's like, yeah, I'll stop it. I'll talk to the Ravens. Yeah. And they're like, 18 mil. He's like,
I suggested, and I still think
not coming.
No, I still think he should have met with the Jets though, after he accepted, like publicly, and still would have like just shown up in Jersey and was like, hey guys, what's up? Yeah. We had a meeting. I keep my meetings.
If Lamar Jackson is such a bad quarterback, not worth the contract, why would OBJ want to play with him? Why would OBJ want to play with a quarterback who's washed, who's injury prone, past his prime?
Brandon, I'd go play with Russell Wilson for $18 million.
Yeah, but you and I are not rich like OBJ is.
Okay.
I bet the Ravens said, this is the deal. If you leave, we're not offering it anymore.
I legit might go play with Russell Wilson for $180,000. Like that, there'd be like I'd get hurt the first play. That's fine, but I'm still going to get some money. Just saying.
I'm not playing for anything less than fully guaranteed biggest contract ever.
You're going to get the vet minimum and you're going to like it.
Okay.
You're going to get $600,000.
You convinced me.
That's the thing. We talk about vet minimum, which is $600,000. And we're like, oh yeah, like that's life-changing money.
Yeah. But 3% goes to the agent, and then there's taxes.
We don't have an agent.
I just paid the tax man, so I am ready to defend players right now.
Just like, you know what? They should get paid more. They should get paid more. In addition, I thought, you had Philip Lindsay in there.
Old Philly scored a touchdown in the XFL for the Dragons.
Oh, did he get injured then the following drive?
No.
Oh, so you just do that to players that I care about.
Okay. You know what? I did Kurt a favor. He's refocusing on his streaming and his YouTubes.
I want to make this very clear what you just said. I did Kurt a favor, which, by the way, you admit, I gave him 3 fractured ribs. You're welcome, Kurt. That's where we're at right now. That's the hill that Brandon.
If I'm responsible for him getting injured, then I just might as well lean into it. I just saved his future. When he becomes one of the top gaming streamers online, he owes me 10%. Next.
The Carolina Panthers, they never recovered from your curse.
No, they didn't.
But now they
Neither
got
did the Raiders.
Pick. Now you're welcome. I thought that this was. Oh, speaking of, we kind of like glossed over this, but Joe Douglas over the weekend was at some event and was asked like blatantly with a microphone. Is like, well, what's going on? Aaron Rodgers is like, he'll be here. And the crowd was like, whoa!
And he'll be a Jet.
But
he will be a Jet.
But remember, everybody, the Packers have no leverage. They have no leverage, even though you have the GM of the New York Jets saying, oh, no, Aaron Rodgers is going to be here, even though a trade isn't done. But remember, the Packers have no leverage whatsoever. None.
Ooh. None. Adam Schefter, 12 minutes ago.
Oh?
At least 6 teams have inquired with the Cardinals about trading up for the 3rd overall pick. Cardinals are mulling whether to move or make the pick.
What?
They're mulling whether or not they should move out of the spot or just pick at 3.
Honestly, yeah, they should. They 100% should trade out of that spot. 100%. 100%.
Depends on what they can get, but I would lean towards that.
You have to. Like, if you're the Card, because this is your gap year. That's it. It's done now. Why not? Just do it. They're rolling it over.
Like, they need edge, right? And they can get most people's top edge rusher in this draft class. But they're probably not moving super far back. They can still grab a really good edge player and have more capital to build moving forward. So just who's like, I bet the Raiders are trying to get to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even the Colts trying to get up 1.
Colts?
I wouldn't put it past the Falcons, even though they're all in on Desmond Ridder. The Ravens? Ooh. What if OBJ is going to be playing with Will Levis? What if OBJ signed with the Ravens to play with Will Levis? Who, look, might be good, but
when they just trade bullshit, they would just trade them Lamar Jackson, but they're not gonna. The Cardinals are not gonna do that. So.
They then trade Lamar.
That's a good call.
It's a double trade.
Titans could do it. Titans 100% could. Because who the hell knows what's going on with the Titans?
Seahawks. Why would they move up to 3?
If they really like Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna wait. They're gonna sit and wait. Titans, yeah, I've heard Titans too. Good call, Johnny.
Did it? Also, yeah, I thought this was actually really cool. So we were talking about this on the last GPS, not the one with all the AI stuff, but the one before that. We were talking about expanding into Europe and all that stuff and how the NFL trying to be this global product. They're running a 3-day talent identification camp in Africa, which is, I thought that was really cool. So they're doing like a flag football showcase. It's a 3-day combine-like event. There's gonna be a bunch of current NFL players that are going with them as well. And I think the ages are ranging from like 16 to 21 that you can go participate. I think it's in Kenya, if I'm not mistaken. I just thought that was really cool.
No, very cool. It's a great way to provide more opportunities for, athletes who might not get a look or, I'm sure there'll be a ton of cool stories years down the road from this program. Honestly, when I first heard him talent identification camp, I was like, is that for the Texans? is that so they can figure shit out or what?
They're just it's the NFL holding the hands of like the worst teams and just being like, fine, we were doing this for you.
You do wrong.
Find somebody good because what you got now, it ain't good. You're making football look bad. Yeah, that's it. It's just for the Texans. The NFL's literally putting out a whole camp just for the Texans and being like, here you go.
Here you go, guys. This is how you get good players.
That'd be pretty great, though. That would be pretty great. But do we do it, Brandon?
We navigated.
So what do you got coming out today?
Well, it might be a double upload kind of day, Tom.
Ooh.
Got XFL vid. And then some more thoughts about probably this OBJ-ish, OBJ adjacent that Johnny Bark's going to rub out for me.
I don't think that's the...
Yeah, you rub out a video. Rub route. Use my rub router. Also helps my internet.
What are you doing to your router?
rubbing my router. Rub route.
Oh, you just licked your lips at the wrong time.
Is there ever a wrong time to lick your lips?
Yes. Funerals. When you're about to receive the Eucharist at church.
Here lies my dear friend, Bert. Oh, that Bert was a nasty son of a bitch. Here lies
That's why I only lick my lips in private.
Gracie.
No, it's the priest going body of Christ, and you just go, amen. It's like, no.
Body is delicious. Body by Christ, a new fitness program.
No, we've done this already. We've gone down that road. We've done that already. We've done that bit. Anyway, I love how this was a food.
I apologize for everyone I may have offended today. I'm gonna just end every show that way from now on.
Honestly, it's just the disclaimer at the end of the show. Anyway, yeah, it might be a double upload day for me as well, because I want to do one more. I want to do a skit about OBJ and like being the Jets being ghosted. And then it's probably not gonna be another reaction video today. There's gonna be more this week, but probably some draft stuff, because I'm gonna start doing positional groups of like top 5 tight ends to go to the Packers potentially. Mock drafts are gonna start this week too. They're probably on Friday. It's about that time.
Wow.
I know those videos will bomb, but I still do them because I need to learn about the draft. So I might as well put out content that 8 people will watch.
Yeah.
So, and also sorry to Rachel that Perna.
Sorry, Rachel.
So, yeah. But folks, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Oh.
Friggin' amazing.
His name is Johnny Grouse.
Johnny been memed.
There's gotta be a Johnny. There's gotta be a Johnny Meows. There's gotta be. This is why this chat is undefeated. It is undefeated. They'll never be beaten.
See, I want to call him Johnny Dogs from Peaky Blinders.
Are you trying to claim my heritage?
Are you're Peaky?
Remember, I must be British now because I thought it was Gala apples.
Yeah, no, but they're Irish. So that was a big mistake.
Oh. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you've reached your destination.
Lick your lips, Brandon.
Gala